What's up, everybody? Welcome to my first talk show. Well, not my talk show, our talk show. Weekend sessions with Q and J, T and A, Tony and Adrian. You won't get the other names. Well, y'all should know my name, but you won't get his name unless you know him. This is called Weekend Sessions, and we'll have several different episodes. This is the very first show. So tonight's show or today's show, whenever you're watching this, is just pretty much an introduction of some things we want to talk about. And then moving forward, we'll have different things that we want to talk about. Like we already got titles for next week's episode. Anyway, that was a quick introduction to the show. I am super excited. This is something I wanted to do for a very long time. And let's get it started. Anything you want to say?
What's that? I mean, the whole time you looking masculine. As soon as you open your mouth, what's that?
What's that?
What you drinking, kid?
I thought you said you was coming over. This is fruit punch.
Yes, I'm drinking communion water. All right, let's get to it. Let's talk.
Okay, so first up, since it's fresh on our minds, let's go ahead and get it out the way. Let's talk about what was your thoughts about Janet Jackson, the Janet Jackson documentary, a two-nighter, Friday and Saturday. I watched it. I watched the last part today. So what was your thoughts?
I honestly, it was good, but I feel like it should have been longer. I feel like towards the end, they were trying to pack everything in, and I still didn't get a feel of the whole Velvet Rope experience because, again, that's when, her and Renee was kind of like on a rocky situation, and then, you get the Janet album, and then Renee wants to sue, and then, he thinks that, the song with her and Carly was like subliminal towards him and things like that. Overall, I think that it focused a lot on Michael Jackson to me. I mean, we heard a lot about, Janet, but it was just like everything circled around Michael Jackson and what was going on with Michael Jackson. And we've all heard the stories of Michael Jackson. I think she should have put more focus on herself. I get it. Michael Jackson's your brother. You love him. You want to pay homage to it. But talk about yourself because we want to know about you. We can always watch documentaries of the late, great MJ. We ain't going to discredit that at all. We're going to definitely give homage to MJ, but I wanted to hear more about you, Jay. I wanted to hear about Demita Joe Jackson. I wanted to hear, just things that was going on. I did have some notes on my behalf. I think Tina said, Tina choreographer, Tina said,
London.
Her and Renee did have a great working relationship, but also I see that annoyance, when somebody gets a video camera and just don't know when to stop. I mean, when I'm out, at Food Lion, the paparazzi chase me out trying to ask me for the great low prices, and I'm just tired.
That's not the paparazzi.
Yes, the paparazzi.
No, that's not the paparazzi.
That's the paparazzi.
No, they don't even know that you around anymore.
No, they do. They know my career is still thriving since the late 60s. But I get it. She wanted that love. She wanted everything. And Renee, it seemed like probably behind the scenes, but also, again, drugs is a beast. I don't care if it's pill formed, through your nose, through your veins, whatever you do, it is a beast in its own. And again, like she said, she is drawn to these mental health situations. Jermaine Dupri, now, the whole internet has read you. You got a little clout with Janet Jackson. And shout out to Jermaine Dupri. His teeth was looking very together. I said, listen,
money well spent.
Listen, segregation was just, there was a segregation went together because back in the day,
his teeth was white like this. That's how white his teeth was.
Listen, because back in the day, Jermaine Dupri's teeth looked like it was getting a back massage. It was just like this, all that separation going on. So I'm glad that he was able to take care of that. But my thing is, why are you laughing? Or unless that's the only way you cope with situations. You laugh. Yeah, I was a fool. No, I'll be on the phone like, you know what, Janet, on this interview, I want to apologize for my behavior. Like, you didn't own it. You just laughed about it. So I didn't care too much for it, for the whole Jermaine thing. Again, I get you trying to be there for your girlfriend and this and all that good stuff. Now, Justin Timberlake, Miss Justina, I feel like Janet was trying to, she did PR for you because she tried to convince all of us to not be angry with you, and she's the reason why you didn't say anything. Neither here or there. Again, I still feel you a clown, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I ain't got no respect for you. So that's on that behalf. But overall, I really enjoyed Randy.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed Randy. I think Randy was just like, you need that balance. Like, Randy's like, look, been there, done that. I'm living my life in London. It is what it is. So shout out to Randy and shout out to was it Tito?
Tito.
Shout out to Tito, old school. And I appreciate Tito, but also I appreciate Tito's kids for stepping up and taking care of Michael's kids too. So they didn't talk about that, but shout out to 3T for, I think his oldest or his middle child for, stepping up and, taking in Michael's kids for that. And my biggest heart went out to just Mama. I mean, I felt everything with Miss Jackson. I was just like, oh, Catherine, I just want to give her a big old hug because I do love her. And Rebbie looked amazing. Shout out to Rebbie on that part. But what were your thoughts? Like, tell me.
Well, Rebbie gave me, I can't wait to talk about this. That's what Rebbie gave me. Rebbie was like, oh, I've been waiting to talk about this forever. Shout out to what was the brother Tito and Randy. I'm glad that Randy's her manager because I feel like it keeps Janet kind of humble. It lets that it shows that the family, no matter what we think or what the media thinks like this, I never thought that the Jacksons were not close. I just thought that they went through shit like every other family. They're just the Jacksons compared to the Johnsons, compared to the Joneses. They're the Jacksons. Say what you want about the Jacksons. Say what you want about the Jacksons. Say what you want about the Jacksons. You cannot deny the global impact that they have had on the world since the 70s?
Yes.
So, it's like y'all gonna talk y'all shit, this and that, but I think people forget how impactful the Jacksons were, how impactful Janet's was, how impactful Michael was. And it's like, I'm gonna tell you what really pissed me off. And I was in high school when this took place, and I don't know who. I think it was the creative director now, and he was like, "People out here showing every damn thing nowadays." And y'all, oh no, it was Samuel L. Jackson. He was like, "Y'all met." No, it was Tyler Perry. He was like, "Y'all met over a damn nipple." And the reason why I don't like Justin is because of that reason. I felt like if me and you on the stage together, and we perform it and I pull something off of you and it exposes you, I need to stand with you because I was part of the act. It may have been your body, but I was a part of the act. So for him to just leave her high and dry, to me, it was white privilege.
All day.
It was white privilege all day. But you was, so what's the saying? You want to be us until you have our problems.
Right. And he thought he can still get away with and don't try to filter to get with us because of, you work with Timberland. Okay. That's not going to still get with the fact the rooted issue that we're talking about is your white privilege. And you have that. Yep. So my thing is, shout out to Tyler Perry too. Because Tyler Perry said, you know what? Y'all putting Janet's a legend, and I'm going to put her in something. And thank God that he did do that because it shines some light. Because the girl can act. I don't care nobody say. The girl got skill. A lot of y'all need to learn. I ain't gonna say her name, but a lot of people need to learn how to act with that. Because again, Janet just did all that she needed to do. But what I didn't appreciate, and I get it, the controversy, honey. But I'm sure Coca-Cola's eating their words right now. I'm sure. Yeah,
I felt like I feel like Coca-Cola was going to try to put them against each other also.
Yeah. Coca-Cola was just Coca-Cola was just a little shady, and that's why half of Coca-Cola is just going downhill. It's kind of
I don't even drink Coke. I don't even do Coke.
I know some of the girls that do Coke, but
I know some of them too. Matter of fact,
I think it's like this: until you do right by Janet, ain't nobody buying that damn Coke.
Nobody.
I will always, forever be Team Pepsi. That's just me. I love Pepsi, especially with my Hennessy. I love Pepsi. But again, I just feel like a lot of people just like really try to discredit this woman. And also I think because she was Black. So that kind of gave media, because and there was a lot of white people who were mad at it. So I think with media, since it was mainstream white, and even the man at CBS tried to destroy her, and look what happened to him.
Well, look where his career is at. So
yeah.
Because to your point, MTV and VH1, they banned music from being played. And I'm thinking to myself, 1 second or 1.5 seconds, let's just say 2 seconds of a damn nipple being shown, and you're telling me you're going to discredit everything that she has done from 1974 up to 2004?
But look what Viacom's run by a white man.
That's very true.
And again, he has to jump on the wagon with other white people and the media. I hate to put it out there, call a race, but it is what it is. And my thing is, at the end of the day, how humble Janet is, she still wins.
Yeah, she still wins. And to me, and I was reading some tweets online and things like that, to me, I think she was a little too nice to Justin. We don't know the conversation that they had, but for me, and I'm sure every other person in the world, you left me hanging and you went on to enjoy the success that R&B artists were supposed to have because you worked with a Timberland. You're a white boy. You're not all that great. I told you,
me. My favorite NSYNC singer was JC.
My favorite NSYNC group was the Backstreet Boys. So
listen, I know you're Team Backstreet. I was Team NSYNC, but I always felt in NSYNC, JC was the singer.
Absolutely, sing Justin under the table.
Sing Justin under the table. That's
under the
just
table
me.
I'm sitting at right now. Justin under it. What else was I shocked by? I do agree with you. I felt like, so part one, it was a lot of focus on the Jacksons and then her getting started, and then it was like Control, Rhythm Nation, and then it's like, well, what happened to the Janet album? What happened to the Velvet Road?
What happened to the 20-year album? What happened to? I mean, you at the end on credits, you talk about, what was the album with Feedback on it?
20.
Yeah, huh?
20 years. It was that had
no Feedback wasn't on that.
What was Feedback on?
Feedback was on, because that was a hot album, but it was number one. Dang, Janet, I'm having a brain fog.
Let me see. Janet Feedback. Feedback was on Discipline.
Yeah, Disciplinary Action album. Yeah, so I felt that was a very hot album. I really felt that on that album she should release Love as a single.
Listen.
I mean, I get it. You want to do Rock With You because Jermaine Dupri worked with and Tim J, but I would have released Love next because it was a banger right behind that.
Well, the record label didn't want to release Love. They wanted to go with Rock With You.
Again, you're Janet Jackson. You like, bitch, we're gonna go with because the radio station still played Love anyway.
They still played Love.
And I
just like they do with Toni Braxton's Take This Ring.
And I'm still mad at you, Toni Braxton, for not pushing Take This Ring because you was worried about Beyonce. I wouldn't give a damn about what Beyonce got out because I'm Toni Braxton.
Marie wasn't worried.
It still wasn't. Y'all stole from her. The truth be told. But that's just me in another DC conversation.
Don't say the name DC.
Could we have a moment of silence for that ended year?
So I feel because I don't know a lot about the Velvet Road album. I know that's your favorite album. So I would love and she has also said in plenty of interviews that was her hardest album to like get through. So like you had stated, I would love to have hear her say, you know, I was going through X, Y, and Z when we did this album and things like that.
Oh, I got something to tell you. Okay, so I want you to put this together, and I'm sure everybody who's watching will put this together too, because I hope I wasn't the only one who thought this. Remember when Janet said she was on a beach,
right?
And Renee asked to marry her,
right?
But remember on the song on Velvet Rope on What About That? You know what I mean? When she said, we sat along the beach one moon at night. He held my hand. He said, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I looked into his eyes. I said, what about the time you lied to me? What about the time? What about the shit? I was like, I wonder, was that song in correlation to What About? I'm just saying, maybe
what about the time you put your hands on me?
She said, what about the times you said you didn't fuck her, she only gave you head? I was like, was that Renee? Because I'm just saying, because
she said it was a personal album.
Listen, the setting kind of set when she said we sat along the beach. I said, well, the song said they sat along the beach, and she kind of looked like she was sad when whatever he did with the camera, like she was just like. So I'm just thinking, Janet, was that song in correlation to What About on the Velvet Rope album, track number 14?
So I have a confession.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot all about Renee. I forgot all about him.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
Sorry for the little commercial break.
Yeah.
I would love to know, maybe she couldn't, or maybe she doesn't feel like it. To me, this could have had 2 more parts.
That's what I said. I agree. Two more parts to it.
So we could have had tonight. We could have had a part for tonight, because I would love to know how the husband who your baby father, I would love to know how he felt about your career, because there was a point in time where Janet was covered up, and it wasn't because Janet was old or she had gained weight. I felt like she was covered up because of who she was married to.
But you got to think about the customs of men.
That's what I'm saying.
Dubai. But also, from what I gather, he paid her, so that could have been that hush money too. So she might not be able to be, honey, in the words of LaToya Jackson, I am not at liberty to discuss that. And those
What was LaToya?
Those coins would have kept me quiet. But you know what? One person we did forget was the DeBarge, but that's another show in itself, and I don't have the.
I'm not doing that show.
I don't have a treatment team available with me to discuss.
You're not gonna get me high.
All I said was, I don't think that we have a treatment team available to discuss the diagnosis that goes with the DeBarge family, and I'm going to leave that alone. I mean, and you know what? Speaking of DeBarge, real quick, off subject, I thought they were a Puerto Rican family all these years until. Until they showed the daddy was white, the mom was black. I was like, oh, look at that little Puerto Rican family.
Oh, the DeBarges.
Oh, the DeBarges. That's another treatment story.
Baby. Baby.
Because what I'm not is...
Baby.
I won't. I can't. Like Jenna said, I'm not, I can't, and I won't.
So I have this article I'm going to show in a second. But was there anything that you did not know that was shocking or not shocking, or something that you wanted? Okay.
There wasn't going to be, almost was no Rhythm Nation.
I know. Because I don't have time for your attitude, Jimmy. I'm not going to sit here and put up with it. You got to be crazy.
Why are you laughing? I said, listen.
He said, you know how to sing. Do the fucking song.
He said, where's the energy? I said, listen. But you know what was real cute? I love, and I thank Michael Jackson for that. He said, when you sing Scream, I want you to sound like you did in Black Cat. I said, come on. Michael had that air that nobody else could fuck with. I'm sorry. He's like, no. And I'm so glad that she did sing like that, because she was singing the way they were doing in the studio. I'm like, girl.
What was shocking? What was something? I didn't know Renee was addicted to painkillers.
I think Renee was the bottom, too. You will not.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the show. We'll see y'all next week.
You will not leave me. We're gonna take a brief break. I said Blake. We're gonna take a brief break. We're gonna go ahead and play that new song by Celine Dion. How did you get here? And the new one by Beyonce, Rain on Me.
So I did think he was gay.
I did too, but
I think it's just their culture, because he was, and I think because he's so sensitive. What about that nigga that was in the Again video? I forgot how fine he was.
Yeah, he played on that show. What about when she said her and Tupac couldn't deny their chemistry, but she was
Regina King said that. I'm mad she did. I am mad that Janet didn't talk about Poetic Justice.
I was waiting for that, because she said her and Tupac. Listen, she wanted to leave Renee when she realized, she said, wait, this is the real last name, right?
Thug life. Oh, okay. What's this about?
That's what she needed. I think she needed Tupac. I think would have took her to a whole new level.
and she would have took him to a new level, because that would have been, that would have been something.
That would have been. It wouldn't have been a disaster. It wouldn't have been a disaster like Jennifer Lopez and P. Diddy, but it would have been a
or Bobby and Whitney.
Bobby and Whitney. And Bobby better not do no more documentaries. He better not. Bobby, listen to me. Bobby Krayshawn Brown.
Hold on. What's his name?
Bobby Krayshawn Brown.
Okay.
If you come up with one documentary that we already seen, I'm gonna punch you in your fat ass throat.
There's nothing else.
There's nothing.
I don't need to know about your barbecue line. I don't need to know about your son. I don't need to know about your daughter. I don't need to know about your new life. I don't need to know nothing new about New Edition. I don't need to know nothing old about New Edition. I don't care about the tour that you're going on with New Edition. I don't need to know anything about the process of the albums that you made. I don't need to know any. Bobby Brown has had a documentary about Bobby Brown. He had a movie. He had the show. He had the movie about New Edition.
He had the reality show.
He had a reality show. He had another reality show. He's been doing this. He's been doing that. He has done interviews. This and that. What the fuck else are you going to talk about?
We, the public, Bobby Krayshawn Brown, we do not want to hear it. We're good. We got enough. We appreciate your music in the 80s. I do. I still listen to it. I'm good.
That's what Black said.
And my Gladys Knight smile. I'm good.
I'm mad she didn't talk about Poetic Justice, because you know that's one of my favorite movies. That's in my top 5.
Even the Nutty Professor, she could have talked about that too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Nutty. Yeah, they skipped right over that. Like, so that's what I'm saying.
Because she was in both of them.
No, she wasn't. She was just in one.
One of them. I don't know.
Jada was in the first one.
Okay, she was in the second one. Okay.
Yeah, I just felt like you said, at some points it became rushed. And then, like you said, and I understand Michael Jackson is your brother. We can't get away from that. But to your point, a lot of it was like, well, Mike was going through this. We know what Mike was going through. What was you going through?
Like she said, guilty by association. But the biggest thing of it all, I'm glad she had closure with her father. And shout out to Joe Jackson.
Yes.
I got to
no matter what you want to say about Matthew,
that man. I don't care what y'all can say about Joe Jackson. If it wasn't for Joe, that's all I'm saying.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Matthew Knowles, Senior, but at the end of the day, he created the Jacksons. He took his family from that house was the same size as my first apartment.
That house is the same size as Sanglisha Jones's bedroom.
No, Sanglisha Jones' bedroom was smaller than that.
Oh yeah, it was.
Because I remember I sat inside her bedroom and I was like, "Well, where your closet?"
Your foot was in the hallway.
My foot was in the hallway, and I said to Sanglisha, I said, "Well, where your closet at?" And she said, "It's in the hallway." So I said, "Why your closet in the hallway?" Then I looked around the room. I said, "Oh, it's no space."
Where she said, "Yeah, when I moved out, I gave my brother my room." I said, "Listen, I
said, bitch, I don't know why."
Well, you gotta think about it. When she did move out, she moved into her apartment with the pastor, and the pastor just wasn't delivering the right service to her. And
I was there.
I know you were there during the benediction.
I was there. All right, y'all, we getting off subject, but I was there when.
Take your time.
So Sanglisha Jones had called me and Titanic and Titanic Iceberg. And I never forget, I needed, I always get into these situations where they going through something and there's always something that I need and that's all I focus on. So they was going through something. So Sanglisha was moving and I wanted to brush my hair. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to brush my hair. And we got down there and I said, "Do you have a brush?" And he was like, I gotta move out. I was like, "Well, is there a brush anywhere in these boxes? I just want to brush my hair." He was only there for 2 weeks. My friend said, "You want to ride to Columbia with me?" I said, "Where we going?" He said, "We're going to help somebody move." I said, "Oh, well, I'll ride with you."
And that's what you did.
I rode with him. We rode to Columbia Apartments, and then
Columbia Apartments.
I don't know the name of it,
but it's called Columbia Apartments.
We call it Columbia Apartments. And Sanglisha Jones was in there, and I don't know where the pastor was at, where the preacher man was at, son of a preacher man. I don't know where he was at, but I just wanted to brush my hair, y'all. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
The whole time.
That's the whole time. I just wanted to brush my hair.
You wanted to brush your hair.
That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to brush my hair. I don't ask for much. I just ask for a brush.
Audience, when I'm wearing these glasses, that means I just have no comments.
So let me see. I got this thing that I want to see. I want to share, and it's called 17 Revelations from the Explosive. It's probably explosive to white people because it wasn't explosive to us. 17. Rap. That's not news to us. Rapper Q-Tip got to kiss Janet around 20 times in Poetic Justice. That's not news to us.
We didn't know that. I mean, we knew that, but that's not new.
What else is on here? Janet and Tupac had chemistry behind the scenes. We knew that. Yeah, we talked on that. Model flirted with Janet in front of husband. Oh, this must be something somebody white wrote.
This is all somebody white wrote.
Janet family did not like her sexy Rolling Stone cover. Yeah, because they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, Jehovah Jireh.
I didn't know this though. Janet lost a $1 million deal with Coca-Cola. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But shame on you, Coca-Cola. That's why nobody's drinking you.
They're doing Coke, but they're not drinking Coca-Cola. Janet never doubted Michael. I didn't. I mean, why would she? I don't think Michael did it.
And the thing is, I still to this day don't believe it. I think those white families wanted money.
I do agree with Janet though when she said that he should have never had giving them money, he should have took it to court. I understand both
so
sides
agree
of
with
it.
her. I would have never gave. She said because it shows that you're guilty. I would never give him a goddamn dime. I'm like, bitch, I ain't touch a little white ass child. I'm trying to live my childhood. No, and parents, y'all spent that money. Never mind. That's a whole nother subject. I ain't gonna get mad at those white folks. Not all white people are bad. It's just some of those white folks are just too much.
Working on screen was tough. I can see that. Stop fucking with me.
Well, like she said, they kept them separated like it was a competition.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I love that little picture of Janet when she was little. She was the cutest little kid.
I took this picture.
I remember because I braided her plait of her head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was trying to plait Michael here, but he was. I was like, Michael, just sit
down. He's so tender headed. You know how he was.
Child. I said, Michael, just sit down, and take the damn picture. She's emotional eater. Well, we knew that because Janet weight go up and down,
just like yours.
She started having body issues after Good Times because you used to date JJ from Good Times, so you was there.
I thought we said we wasn't going to talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know this with the painkillers.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But what was he in pain for? I guess being a bottom.
People attack her sibling. I mean, they always attack the Jacksons. For some reason, people have this thing for like this weird.
Because they black. They black.
Okay.
That's it. Ain't got nothing to do with it's just they black and they're successful. And people fear black successful people.
Makes sense. What else we got on here? That's not shocking. That's what normal people do. I didn't know this, that he wanted her to perform. I'm glad she didn't do it. I don't know why they still friends.
What'd you think about that new song they played of hers?
I need to listen to it because I couldn't really get into it because the shit went off so damn quick. Because it went from Together. Was it Together again? And then all of a sudden that played. I was like, shit, I couldn't get into the damn song. What did you think?
It was okay. I need to hear the whole thing.
Let me see if I can switch. Let me see what the background gave me. Ooh, that's cute. Yeah, I need to hear the whole thing. So that's our thoughts about Janet, old Demita Joe. Demita Joe. One of my favorite movies, child. Old Cal. Speaking of Cal, me and Janet have something in common.
What is that? What did you and Janet have in common? Will lead into our
next story. Back in 2015, me, Adrian, and our other friend Christopher, we all decided to go to Charlotte for Labor Day weekend instead of going to do what everybody normally does, which is go to Atlanta. And so I was like, come on, y'all, let's go to Charlotte, because I had just moved from North Carolina back to Maryland. So I was like, let's go to Charlotte. And so we were all hanging out and this and that. And we went to this club called Scorpios in Charlotte. So, when Janet was talking about her weight, I really, felt where she was coming from, because I was like, wow, Janet, I went through the same thing. I went through the same exact thing that you went through. And so here's what happened, everybody. And it's very hard for me to discuss this because of just, where I was at that time. It's just very, very difficult. But as you can see, this handsome man on my right to me, probably left to you all or whatever, we all went out to the club and, we're having a good time. We're dancing and, hitting the latest dances and everything like that and jiving to the music and all that kind of stuff. And we're leaving and I happened to have on black and white that day. And I was feeling very confident about myself. Very confident. I was like, you go. And I didn't think I would do this on our first show. We were walking to the car. Lord, give me strength. We were walking to the car and this person had walked by and it was like, damn, you fine. I'm trying to get your number. And they were looking in my direction. So I was like, wow. I was like, okay, well, he was like, no, not you, you fat ass cow. I'm talking about the person next to you. So, I have since come to terms with that. But during that time, it was very hurtful, and I didn't have any comfort. I didn't have anybody next to me to say, "It's okay. You're not a fat cow. You'll get through this." I didn't have that. I didn't. I didn't have that, and it was a rough time in my life. It was a rough time.
And you're going to consciously stick to that story.
Well, that's what happened.
No.
Yes, it did. You were there.
It's not. No, it's
yes,
not.
It is. That's what happened.
And no, it's not. The truth is, and you said you're going to jive it all night. First of all, you don't dance.
Yes, I do.
No, you do a two-step. You don't really dance.
No,
you spend more time. No, you spend more time being a library at a club than participating. So you read all night. We'll put that out there first because I'm getting hot because I feel the presence of the devil just burning this whole room up. That night it was a bet weekend. So things have transpired in bets. Things were happening. People were doing things.
I don't gamble.
When we left the club, I was walking, and somebody walked in and said, "Hey, you." And of course, everyone turned around but me. And the person said, "You sexy as fuck." So I pointed at my friends like, "Okay, y'all sexy." They said, "I'm trying to get your number. You sexy as fuck." So I kept walking and I went to the car and I said, "You know what? I'm not going to deal with this." I said, "I just come out here to have fun with my friends. Y'all want to get numbers, flirt and get numbers in the summer, ho hop, real top on my man's drop." I was not going to be a part of that. And I don't know where this cow sequence came out because Q said this happened twice. Said it happened in Atlanta and said it happened in Charlotte, but I don't recall. But what I do recall, yes, Q did wear black and white in both places, two different outfits in both places. But the second time around, the person did say, that somebody was sexy, and a person in the back was like, come on, we got to go. And we didn't pay no attention to it. But what I do know is that I've never seen my friend move so fast in my life when a dog chased him up those steps on the south side of Atlanta, Georgia. And I said, "Well, you wanted to go on a date so bad, so why don't you go and stay out there with the dog and go back to the car and go see your date, while I go back to sleep and rest in heavenly peace like I always do every night alone." So if y'all want to know the truth, y'all come find me.
But y'all notice
Adrian Ford. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and MySpace. Well, mainly MySpace because I always on my MySpace. So y'all can find me there.
Y'all notice he did not deny that I was called.
You were never called a fat cow. I don't know where you get this cow from. Those are hurtful words. There are people out there that are battling with their weight, and you just don't care.
I have witnesses. All right, let's move on. How was your week?
You ever come across somebody who, when they hit you up, you have to answer all their questions at once because you don't feel like talking to them? Like they can say, "Good morning, beautiful." And what would you say?
Good morning.
Okay, well, I get annoyed sometimes. The person said, "Good morning." I said, "I'm doing fine. My night was well. I went to sleep. I had dinner. I watched TV. I took a shower. I brushed my teeth. I laid back down. I woke up and everything is fine. I'm just relaxing right now." So they don't do continuous follow-ups with all these 1,000 questions that are the same as every other day.
Okay. So what you're basically saying is that somebody will text you. Let's say they text you for a week, and that it's always, "Good morning. What you doing? How was your night? What you up to? What you doing? Okay, good night." So you gotta come to you have come to the point where it's just like when they say good morning to you, you reply back and say, good morning, my day was good. I'm actually at work right now. And when I get home tonight, I'm going to have me a salad and some tomatoes on top of my salad with some cucumbers and some low fat salad dressing. And then I'm going to go watch TV. And then after I finish watching TV, I'm going to actually go take a shower and get in the bed. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. That part, that absolutely.
Yeah, that used to happen to me.
Yeah, so I'm sure that I'm not the only one who goes through that or has experienced that situation. And I call it rush syndrome. So when someone does that, you just rush all the questions you need and you throw your phone down. Just go on.
No, you can't say rush around me because I start thinking about something else. Poppin'.
And that's another conversation about. We'll talk about rush, not the rush card, but rush.
Oh, the rush card.
Yes.
I wonder who got a rush card if we know them. If you got a rush card, that means you ain't got no real job.
I mean, I don't knock people for the rush card because I would love to get paid 2 days in advance myself. So
if you have Navy Federal, you can get paid a day early.
Either way, if I can get paid before everybody else get paid and throw it in their face that I got paid, girl, I got paid, girl, I'm out. And they notice every Wednesday I call off. Every other Wednesday I call off.
Maybe I am judgmental.
Very. So I wouldn't knock a rush card. I would listen. If I get paid, I'll have that as my whatever I do. But you have to have a real bank account though, because I can't cash app you.
Why you can't cash app them? They got a rush card.
They can't cash app no rush card.
Well, you just said you don't knock it.
I don't knock it for getting paid 2 days early, but what if we got a cash? You can't cash app me from no rush card.
Well, I guess that leads into my next thing I'm going to ask you. What are your top 3 deal breakers? Let me give you a list. Let me give you a list first. This is a difficult list because I know you. You ready?
Hold on.
Take them damn glasses off.
Nope.
So, poor hygiene, smoked cigarettes, wants sex immediately, has multiple baby mamas or baby daddies, never wants to be married, celibate until marriage, has a criminal past, doesn't do oral sex, wants an open relationship, doesn't like to go on dates.
Well, poor hygiene is definitely that's gonna ruin everything. Because my thing is, and there'd be some people you be like, oh my god. And I got a story. There was somebody probably 2014 that and this person lived in the city of Cleveland, and I mean very attractive. And I was like, hey, so we exchange numbers out in the club, whatever. So we finally kick it. I'm like, I was doing my host role. I was like, I'm a smash. But we kicked it, and I realized what was kicking was the breath. And I didn't know what was right. It was just like it smelled so bad that I had a headache. And I watched this person brush their teeth, not once, not twice, but 3 times a lady. And the breath still smelled like it was saying, oh shit, what do we do? And I realized that's an internal issue. And I don't know. I just could not. And they wanted to kiss and they tried to cuddle. I couldn't disengage. I felt like this the whole time, like my straw. So nothing was.
I hope y'all caught that.
It just wasn't.
Go back and rewind it.
It just wasn't hitting. And on top of that, it was the self-esteem issues. I think that a deal breaker for me is if I have to battle with, your self-esteem or your insecurities, and you try to, and I'm trying to like work with you and understand you. But if you're trying to like constantly like victimize yourself all the time and you can't get past all that, there's nothing I can do, because I don't have the time or the energy or the treatment team like the DeBarge family we talked about earlier. I don't have that treatment team to follow up on your situation. So that's another deal breaker. If you want to open relationships, we might as well just be fuck party. You know, I mean, fuck buddies. We just fuck, and you do you, I do me. There's no open relationship. People got kids. I done messed with people who had kids. I laid up in bed while they were searching for their kids. But you know, that's neither here or there. That's another 90s story. Hold on. Drugs? No. I'm not doing a whole hugs, not drugs thing. No, we're not doing this. No.
You're not trying to be part of the DARE program?
No. No.
Remember the DARE program back in the day? Was you part of the DARE program?
Yes, I was. I had my DARE pen. Too. I still have a DARE hoodie. Yes, I always say hugs, not drugs. Because what we're not going to do is you ain't going to be coming to me feeling mad and go to bed and come out all happy. And I'm trying to figure out why you so excited all of a sudden.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
So back in 2010, were you there? No, I don't think you was part of this experience. We went to what was that damn club in DC? Was it Live? Whatever club it was a whatever, I forgot what it had, 4 floors. Whatever club was in DC had 4 floors. If y'all know the club, whoever gonna watch this video, leave a comment if y'all know the club I'm talking about. But it was in DC. It got shut down, but they used to have like major parties and major
Onyx.
Celebrities. No, not Onyx. I think it was something else. It was right on New York Avenue. But it was 4 levels. And it had the big sign at the top of the building. I can't think of the name of the damn club. But we were there because remember somebody got drunk there when it was their birthday. I cannot think of the name of that damn club. And we encouraged the behavior. Anyway, so no, you were part of this experience. Remember we were in the back seat, and I decided I was going to bring a date home, and I lived in Harford County. And you and Sanglisha and Baby Gums was sitting next to us. And y'all being messy, because that's what y'all do. You guys are very messy, very messy individuals. That's what you all do. I don't encourage this kind of things. I want nothing but happiness and peace for my friends. You okay?
I'm trying to shed some light on your foolishness.
And we were in the back seat, and I'm not going to get too explicit because this is YouTube. This is not OnlyFans. If you want OnlyFans, check out my. So as we kept on going, we were driving. They were my friends.
Was this a preacher person too? Wasn't this a pastor?
My friends at the time was encouraging.
Wasn't this a pastor?
This pastor, so they say, to.
I guess you and the housewives got a lot in common.
Show certain things, and he pulled his phone out to show
pictures of his cock. To the congregation in the back seat.
So as I got back to my place in Harford County, my old
mind you, I lived in Greenbelt at the time.
You did not live in Greenbelt.
They dropped me off first, and I went home, and I had nothing to do with this shit.
So my old best friend at the time, said to me, "Hey, do you know that this person is in your bathroom doing cocaine?" And I said, "What?" So when the person came out the bathroom, I asked them because they came out the bathroom in a different mood than what they went into the bathroom. And I said to them, were you in the bathroom doing something? He was like, oh, I just do this every once in a while when I'm nervous. I have never in my life heard anybody say that they do cocaine when they get nervous sometimes.
I had no comment. Fix his hat.
So that was just my little story about cocaine. Seems to be a very popular drug.
People who are listening, I'm not judging you. If that's your recreational drug of choice,
I am.
Do what you do, but just don't do it around me.
You shouldn't do it at all.
You shouldn't do it at all because it will tear that cartilage up and you just can't no longer breathe. It'll feel like you have COVID, but you don't. You lose your sense of taste and smell because of so much cocaine. They did say that.
Really?
Yeah, they say too much, it would tear your cartilage up and you'll lose your sense of taste and smell. So a lot of girls had COVID before COVID became popular because it was called Coke It. Coke It. Coke It.
That ain't the only thing they got. So yeah, I can agree with you on hardcore drugs. If you smoke weed, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, I don't care. You can smoke weed all day. Yeah. I wish I could smoke weed, but I can't. But yeah.
No, you don't need.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Anita Baker, Breathe Again, coming up next.
So I agree with you on that. Like, I can't deal with nobody that does hardcore drugs. I feel like if you do hardcore drugs, I'm gonna be the one that's getting judged.
And I will judge you.
Yes. What else is on this list? Let me see. What else did I say? Poor hygiene, absolutely not. Smoke cigarettes, yuck.
Ugh.
We
can't do alcoholics. I'm sorry.
We definitely can't do alcoholics.
We had our experience with alcoholics and I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna end that story right there. We just can't do alcoholics. It's mental abuse and
too many. What's the word? Confrontations with alcoholics.
And again, we don't have the treatment team to work with these situations, so I'm just gonna keep referring to this treatment team. You see, I got my pen. Take these notes.
This is the team I got. Luck if you buck.
And ready to fight.
Want sex immediately. That don't bother me.
Yeah, I don't care about sex immediately. I mean, who doesn't have sex immediately sometimes? And it could be lust at first sight. It could be whatever you want it to be. I say you want to get used, get used. If you don't, you don't. That's what I say.
Has multiple baby daddies or baby mamas?
Don't matter to me.
Yeah, that don't matter to me.
Your kids ain't got shit to do with what's going on in our bed.
Never want.
You can go right back to your kids.
What about marriage?
If a person's married,
or they don't want to marry you.
Well, I don't want to marry you either. Shit.
What about they celibate? If you're celibate, you wouldn't have hit me up.
Yeah, because you being celibate. Yeah, because my thing is, go on, be celibate. I will encourage you. My thing is, what I do is I encourage people to be whatever they want to be. If you want to be celibate, go ahead and be celibate and be the best celibate person you have. Just don't be singing the celibacy blues to me.
I'm celibate.
And be that way. I am. I mean, I'm celibate now. I mean, I've been celibate since I've moved to the wonderful state of Oklahoma. And me and Mr. Buck is doing fine.
Has a criminal has a criminal past.
Who doesn't have a criminal past? I mean, but I mean, those who do have a criminal past.
I was in jail though.
I mean, if it's something like you didn't kill somebody and all this other stuff, and you didn't did time, I can't. I don't know. You got triggers that might pop off, and I can't be on first 48 because of your shit. But if you had like misdemeanors when you were young, I mean, I can't knock you.
I've been to jail.
Bitch, you ain't been no motherfucking jail.
I have been to jail.
You ain't
I
been
don't know
no
why you don't
jail.
believe that
You
story, but I
swear up
tell
and
you that
down you've been
story.
in jail. You might have drove
I
past
have been to
jail.
jail.
You might even watch jail shows.
I have been to jail. I've written letters when I was in jail. I created different.
We will disconnect
channel.
this conversation. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
This how came with the YouTube channel.
You ain't been no goddamn jail.
This how came with the talk show.
You want to be in jail so bad. You want to be in jail so bad.
I don't understand why you have denied that my past.
You're the only person I know who want to be in jail so bad. Like,
why are you denying my past?
This is not love and lockup. You're not. No.
I don't understand why you're denying my past.
You're not.
This is who I am. Accept who I am.
No, I won't.
Doesn't do oral sex.
Well, I don't. So, I mean, oral sex is boring.
It's boring.
Well, depending on who. I mean, I tried to tell somebody that somebody did oral sex with me, and that was it. But see, this fucker right here on this side or this side, whatever side they're on, tried to tell me.
Let me explain y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. I've been knowing him since probably for a good 58 years, 60 years.
It's about 70, around 70 years.
We'll actually save that story for next week's episode.
Yeah, we'll do that for next episode. Yeah. And we'll dedicate it to that entire year. Everything that happened that year, we'll talk about it.
It's gonna be a long show. What's an open relationship? I'm agreeing with you. If you want an open relationship, go on about your business.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, it's okay. We can just hook up and you go.
Because I feel like this. In open relationships, somebody eventually is going to catch feelings for whoever they're messing with.
That's all. And nowadays, people getting killed. So we're gonna leave it like that. Y'all folks getting killed, and y'all trying to act like y'all in love. Y'all gonna get killed. People show up at jobs now. People email your companies now. You can't mess with people's hearts anymore. Like, people will go all out to destroy everything you've worked hard for. So if that's what you want, just say what you want.
Yeah, because nowadays, especially in the community, we're gonna give you something else before we give you our heart.
And I'll leave you in the clinic.
Doesn't want to go on dates.
I don't like dates. So, but then again, some people you already planned out when you meet them. I mean, sometimes you meet them and you're already getting ready for your wedding. You want to chime in on that one, Q?
You mean like Greensboro?
Yeah, Greensboro.
Because I could have sworn
Donnie. I call it Donnie Simpson. I could have sworn
Donnie Simpson was single.
Donnie Simpson was single.
Mingling.
Donnie Simpson.
Next thing I know, I looked on a good IG, on a good social media, and Donnie Simpson saying he's planning for the 2022 wedding.
Listen, Donnie Simpson then met this person on Thursday, proposed Thursday night, made the announcement on Friday, and was married by that following Sunday.
I got one better for you. He had already had the wedding plan. He had the invitations. He had already done the cake tasting. He already picked out the venue. He already knew the colors. He already knew what kind of DJ he wanted. He knew what the honeymoon was going to be. He knew where y'all was going to live at. He knew what the last names was going to be, and he knew how the invitations were going to look before he even went out and found the person who was going to be on the other side. He had the pastor picked out. He had the broom.
Not the pastor picked out.
He had the broom that he was going to jump over.
Not the broom. And that was from Joanne's Fabric. And the bow was from Michael's. Yeah.
So when he proposed to this person, the person was sitting around thinking like, okay, yes, I'll marry you. This is exciting. So what day do we go do cake tasting? Oh, it's already been done.
What day do we do a fitting for our tux?
It's already been done.
What about the invitation? Who
it's already been
done. What about the shoes? We want to try to get that in.
I already know what size you wear. They already picked out.
What you said when you called me about no COVID? But no. But Donnie Simpson really. When I met Donnie Simpson, me and Donnie Simpson was hanging out. Donnie Simpson was like, "Hey, there's a room you can move your stuff in." I was like, "Hey, Donnie Simpson, no."
What you say? What you say? I haven't even ordered my appetizer yet.
It's already been picked out.
I haven't even ordered my dinner yet.
I got that ordered already and paid for it.
Oh, okay.
Let's cuddle and watch a movie.
I'm gonna go home. My sister locked out the house. I'm gonna go let her in.
She's already living with us now. Listen, you cannot get around Donnie Simpson, and that's why Donnie Simpson is Donnie Simpson married now.
Yeah, Donnie Simpson has been married for what's today? Today is
the 30th.
You bet he's been married. Donnie Simpson has been married for 30 days. 30 days. He got married on New Year's Eve.
And met the person in December 1st.
On Christmas.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But he had already had this plan out since 2010.
And shout out to Donnie Simpson and in Greensboro. Thank you for
bad body Donnie Simpson. What else is on the menu? What else do we have? Let's see.
Positive letters are coming up soon.
Yes, those are coming up very soon. Before we get to that, Anita Baker.
Yes, Anita Baker is back on tour. She is going to be doing a Vegas show. I mean, if Adele couldn't do it because of COVID, I don't know if Anita's really going to be able to get that chance, but who knows what the world will be at that time. I know during the times of December through the beginning of February is a high peak season medically for any kind of virus that goes on. So the cold, the flu, COVID, and all that good stuff will be in high demand. But what tour I say that is ongoing and that has never stopped is the Audacity tour. Audacity has been selling out shows. Audacity has been filling up stadiums. Audacity doesn't know when to stop. And everyone gets invited to that tour. And a lot of people have witnessed the full concert of Audacity. So
too many times. And Audacity don't be putting on no good shows.
No, Audacity doesn't put on good shows. But Audacity definitely wants you to watch.
They want you to watch, but they boring.
So anybody who knows that Audacity is always on tour. Opening up their act is "You Got Me Fucked Up." So
You Got Me Fucked Up. That's a good act.
Yeah, I like them. They always do a good job with Audacity, the world tour.
Well, I've been to Anita Baker. I've seen her live. Matter of fact, I've seen her farewell live. And for me, if you do anything else in life, or if you don't do anything else in life, you need to go to Anita Baker concerts because you will never be disappointed. I felt like, sometimes you go to a concert and you be like, I don't really like that song. I wish they would hurry up and sing that and move on to the next song. There was not one Anita Baker song where I was like, I wish she would hurry the hell up. I enjoyed every single moment of that concert when she's singing her own songs. I'm going to share this with you. Not this. Yes, this. Mary J. Blige's new album track listing. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it on iTunes.
What do you think?
And you want to read them out to the audience?
Sure. Track number 1 is No Idea. Track number 2 is Love.
Okay, we'll stop right there.
Okay.
What is track number 1?
No idea.
Yeah, she had no idea that Can Do was gonna get $30,000 a month. Go ahead.
Remember that time? Track number 2 is Love Will Never.
Okay, Love Will Never, meaning that love will never make me pay you $30,000 a month.
Number 3, Here With Me featuring Anderson .Paak.
Here with me lies the coins that I work my ass off for, and I don't feel that I should pay you $30,000 a month.
Track 4, Rent Money featuring Dave East.
Okay, your rent's due, but my $30,000 a month ain't got shit to do with that.
Number 5, Amazing featuring DJ Khaled.
It's amazing that y'all two bitches pull a stunt on me and think that I'm supposed to pay y'all $30,000 a month, and while I'm still working my ass off to pay y'all lifestyle.
Number 6, GMG Interlude.
Yeah, like Gucci, Maserati, and whatever the other G word is. G of G's, the G's you trying to get in your wallet because I don't work my ass off. You trying to get $30,000 a month.
Number 7, Good Morning Gorgeous.
Listen, when I look in the mirror, I know that I look good and you lost all this, but the fact I got to pay you $30,000 a month, that's still fucking with me.
Number 8, Come See About Me.
Yeah, come see me, bitch. Run that shit, bitch. Give me my motherfucking money back, ho.
Number 9, On Top featuring, I don't know how you say his name.
Okay. You knew, bitch, that I was a bitch on top. And y'all hoes thought y'all can try to screw me around and fuck me over. Now I got to pay you back $30,000 a month, Can Do? No.
Number 10, Love Without the Heartbreak.
Listen, I got me a little young buck, and I think I love him. And that's what she's saying. So if I do get with him and marry him, I ain't going to pay y'all $30,000 a month.
Number 11, Falling in Love.
I think with this good vintage cooch, you're going to be falling in love. So I don't have to pay that $30,000 a month to Ken Do.
Number 12 is very interesting. Number 12 is called Enough.
Enough. I have enough. I have enough to go. I married J. Blige. I have enough, but not enough to give you $30,000 a month.
Number 13, Need Love featuring Usher.
Listen, y'all bitches gonna need love once that check start coming. Once I stop all that shit, y'all gonna really need some love. And that was Mary J. Blige track list from a real perspective. But okay, I don't want to talk about Mary J. Blige. I love Mary J. I've been a Mary fan since '91 or whatever. You know what I mean? But my thing is, again, there comes a time, and everybody knows your favorite artist. I know my favorite artist. I'm sorry, hands down, Mary J. Blige need vocal training. You can't just jump off of not singing and just go in the studio and think you're going to throw a song. I'm like, no, you need vocal training. Like, people's vocals, a true vocalist will tell you that your octave deflates if you don't practice on it. So you have not been practicing, and what you have been giving me is very not what I need right now. So I need you to go and get that vocal training because I feel that you can, give me London sessions. Give me that voice. Dude, take that voice back because right now you sounded like you old and you just tired. And you're trying to be youthful in your words. And working with DJ Khaled is not going to make you young, girl. But that's neither here or there. I love Mary. I would never disrespect Mary, and Mary knows that we have a very good relationship. But again, a true artist needs vocal training. Shoot, if I do music, I gotta get my voice together. I can't just come out there and give you because I done set out for 17 years and think I'm gonna give you an album because I ain't practiced. I'm just coming out with Amazing Grace. You supposed to accept it because that's my name. No, we don't have to accept your vocals.
Moving along. I don't know if I need new Mary J. Blige music.
Why do you feel that way?
I heard Rent Money. It was okay. So Amazing, I do not like at all. Good Morning Gorgeous, I like that song. I just don't know if I need new Mary music. Mary has so many classics under her belt that for me,
catalog ain't to be fucked with. Her catalog ain't to be at the beginning. Those first 3 albums, you could listen. Mary's first 3 albums, you could have retired off that one. It was nothing to be fucked with.
Icon, legend, share my world.
Come on, her first 3 albums, hands down, was nothing to be played with. Like, Mary gave it to you, and Mary's remixes alone will shut you down. So,
hey, bring that back.
like I said, you can't fuck with Mary when it comes to the craft of what she does. But it's just like later on in time, the music really hasn't been the same.
So here's why I don't need new Mary J. Blige music, and this is the selfish side of me. I grew up in the 90s. I wish I was actually older in the 90s, like a teenager or something like that in the 90s, because I would appreciate it even more. But I grew up in the 90s, and to me, just probably how our parents feel about their generation, there is no generation of music that is better than the 90s. There is no generation of music that is better than the 90s. I'm going to say it again.
The 80s will fall in second place.
I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. And for the people on OnlyFans, there's no better music than the 90s. There was just you had real competition. You had to get out and make us feel like we was going to go down to Sam Goodies and spend our $14.99 on your album. So for me, when my favorite artists release music now, it doesn't get appreciated like it used to. So for me, I don't need new Mary music because I feel like it's not going to get appreciated.
No.
And yes, she's Mary J. Blige, but that don't mean nothing in this day and age.
I 3,000% agree with you.
And I don't give a fuck what Mary do, who Mary work with, this and that. It is very hard for Mary to maintain the success of music that she has behind her. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way about Mary. I feel the same way about Brandy. People know how I feel about Brandy. I feel the same way when it comes to Brandy. We have seen our favorites, TLC and Little Kim. Those last 2 motherfucking albums that they made, I don't even want to let you know that I have those in my phone.
Lil Kim's latest one, I don't ever want to tell people I had that. I was very disappointed because it just wasn't the Kim I was used to. And I know rap has changed, not the same. And everybody know I'm a huge Monica fan. You know, I go in on Miss Monica Arnold. But I think after the storm, I was still doing cleanup with FEMA. So I couldn't follow up behind that one. Brandy, when she did Human, I wanted to become an android. And just wanted to humanize myself.
I'm gonna tell you how I know that I didn't like this person, because I gave them my Human album, and I never asked for it back. And that person tried to give me the album back. I said, "Oh no, you keep it."
I remember when a person. I'm gonna tell you something. Just because I'm a Monica fan, I did buy the album. When she dropped "Make It to Me," I waited till that album was probably out for like 2 years before I bought it for $1 at the used CD warehouse.
I like "Make It to Me" though.
I didn't.
I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like.
Oh gosh, New Life.
Woo. Oh,
but you know what? New Life did have a couple songs on there that I played. It's probably like 3. that I would play, but everything else I was good off. But I did like Code Red.
Oh, I love Code Red.
Code Red was really, really cute.
But it's crazy because you have these fans out here that are diehard fans, and you can support whoever you want to support. That's your prerogative. But you have to be honest with yourself when your favorite is not making good music or good movies or whatever. Like, there's so many Beyonce fans out here, but it's like, you have to be kidding me if you thought Four and Sasha Fierce were good albums.
You definitely have to be kidding me.
Especially Sasha Fierce.
Yeah. Oh, Sasha Fierce was horrible. Four was horrible. Even when Destiny's Child, when they did Dangerously in Love, was it Dangerous? No, it wasn't. Survivor.
Oh.
And a lot of people go, that was the best album. That was the worst album they've ever done. Anybody who's a Destiny's Child fan knows that their second and fourth album was always remaining the ultimate Destiny's Child albums that they'll come up.
I woke up this morning with a happy face.
Woke up this morning, made some Cheerios and a breakfast ball.
But there was a time when Beyonce actually stole Single Ladies from me.
Oh, tell us about that.
I'll never forget. I was on the phone. It was me, you, and Baby Gums, and I said, up in the club, she decided to dip. She dipped right back through with all the pain.
I remember that. Because you said, up in the club, she wore her purse. I wore mine too. She decided to dip. I dipped right back through with all the pain. Then all of a sudden,
up in the club, she wore her purse. I wore mine too. She decided to dip. I dipped right back through with all the pain.
Listen, I remember. And I remember I had you singing that all over. How many times I make you sing that?
A lot.
And that song
and to be honest with you, because I'm such a creative person, it came out the blue.
It did. I think that was one of your best songs that you came up with because, we couldn't stop singing it. And remember when we was in DC and somebody came up to me, I was like, don't put your fucking finger in my face. And that just kind of, so I really think that Beyonce did steal that song, or Dream, whoever stole that song from us. It was just based off the conversations.
Yeah, because that person dated somebody just like them. Just like them. They are.
Yeah, when you have someone who dates themselves, the person will kind of resemble them. And it's kind of
I can never date myself.
I can't date myself. I'm too much. So
right. I can't date myself.
Because I would so be like, you know what, Adrian, what we're not going to do is you. So, I
remember we was in Miami, and this person was going crazy. Wait till you meet my ex. My ex so fine. My ex is banging this and that. My ex. I said, okay, let me see what your ex is giving.
What?
Your ex was very
fish?
Tilapia. Very tilapia. Very tilapia. Very tilapia. And when I saw how I saw, I thought to myself, wow.
And she's been in several situations where she said that person is all man, and the estrogen within that, and all the estrogen within that man was exposed. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. We're gonna go ahead and move on forward with the show. Shout out to estrogen.
House full of estrogen.
Yes.
Let me see what else we got to talk about with the good people today. I guess we can move on to, we talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about this. We talked about that. You got any positive stories you want to share?
Yes. This story is coming all the way out from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Called A Cunt in Distress.
Oh, let me set up for this.
Dear Adrian and Q, I am a single male thriving in my 30s who recently broke up with my boyfriend. I wanted to find some happiness and some fun, so I did. So I went on the Facebook dating app. Shout out the Facebook dating app. To see what was going on and what the whole talk was about. As I went on the Facebook dating app, I came across this young gentleman who I will give the name because, you know, they always give me the government name. So we're going to give this person, we're going to say that his name is, I'm going to go real plain on this one.
John Doe.
I was going to say Daniel.
Okay, Daniel works. Okay. Well, I know a Daniel.
So we can't use Daniel?
Daniel. We can use Daniel.
Okay. I came across a person named Daniel. Daniel was very handsome. Daniel had really long hair. Daniel was really cute. But I always noticed when me and Daniel talked on the phone, he never really smiled. Write that down. No smile.
No smile. Okay.
All right. On the course of action, we decided to go ahead and take a date. So I drove on up to Fayetteville because I live about 30 minutes outside of Fayetteville. So pretty much I'm in the suburbs of Fayetteville. And I drove into Fayetteville to pick up Daniel at his home. Daniel got in the car. And when I looked at Daniel, Daniel was very, very handsome in person. But when Daniel got in the car and said, "What's up?"
So no
Daniel
catfish.
Smiled. Huh?
So no catfish. He didn't catfish him.
No catfish. So the picture kind of looked just like what it is. Daniel got in the car. Daniel smiled. And when I noticed, it was one missing tooth. So that's why there was no smile, because it was a missing tooth. I'm going to write that down. Missing tooth.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me, Diane.
Hey Diane.
Hi, from CNN, Cut National News.
Yes.
Where was the missing tooth at?
I'm going to go into that. That's coming up right now.
Okay.
The missing tooth was on the upper right-hand side. So I guess it was missing on this angle, up here. Yeah. Okay. So that was missing. Daniel got in the car. You know, we kind of gave each other a hug, you know, really paying no attention to it. As we were driving off, Daniel went into his pocket, which kind of made me kind of suspicious what was Daniel's doing. And Daniel pulled out a bottle of... Hold on. I'm reading too fast. Fireball. So Daniel pulled out a bottle of Fireball and took a couple swigs of the Fireball alcoholic drink. Daniel said, you know, I'm excited. I'm happy to meet you. You know, you definitely, you know what I mean? You definitely sexy and all that good stuff. So, you know, that meet and greet in the car, like, yeah, you definitely sexy. I'm feeling you. But you went in your pocket, like grandma used to do, and pulled out your Fireball and took a swig. So that's strike one right now for me. I'm just going, I don't know about, I mean, we can do the dental work. I mean, but strike one was the alcohol as soon as you got in the car. As we drove off, you know, we stopped at a gas station, and as we went to the gas station, Daniel brought one of those Four Loko drinks. So from there, we go from Fireball to Four Loko. So if you're mixing alcohol with an enhanced beer drink that has a lot of stuff in it, you're kind of stirring yourself up for something. So that would have been strike two for me in the car.
I thought they banned Fireball.
No, they make Fireball. You can get Fireball at the grocery
store. I mean,
store.
Not Fireball, Four Loko. They
did stop it, then they fixed it, and they brought it back out.
Oh.
So Four Loko is back on the shelves.
Oh.
As the day went on, you know, there was a lot of drinking and mild conversations. We went to the restaurant. We were sitting at the restaurant, and Daniel proceeded to tell me about the loss of his father and how he's not taking it very well and how he's coping with it with alcohol and weed. The waitress came up to the table. They were talking about, you know, would you like to order? Daniel became very irate. Very disrespectful, irate, calling the waitress bitches, embarrassing the whole type of scene. And I found myself apologizing to the waitress on Daniel's behavior. Daniel looked at me and said, "You ain't got my motherfucking back. How you gonna let that bitch talk to me like that?" Mind you, that the person only asked, what did you want to order, and was your order correctly? So therefore, Daniel kind of took a strike at me due to just kind of saying, hey, you were out of line, you were kind of disrespectful. So that's the strike 3. So Daniel started arguing pretty much at this individual because of what was going on. At this point, I knew that, it was just too much going on. So I felt like, maybe we, can try this dinner and this and that. There were smart remarks made from Daniel just kind of going in on, maybe you need to eat all this food. Maybe you need to be here by yourself. I don't give a fuck. I don't need none of this shit. So at that point, I decided I wanted to take Daniel home. Daniel was like, no, baby, please. I'm sorry. I can do better. Just give me another chance. I'm just not having a good day today. And kind of looking for sympathy and empathy in this whole situation. And I was like, no, I mean, you were real disrespectful. And you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Take me the fuck home. I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I ain't scared of you, bitch. You sure. Oh my gosh. With your bougie stuck-up ass. You're a bougie stuck-up ass bitch.
Miss Monroe.
Was that strike 4? Take me the fuck home. And as I proceeded to take Daniel home, because we were pretty much like 20 miles outside of his house. So as I was driving Daniel home, Daniel was becoming irate, threatening me in my own car, telling me to hurry the fuck home. You just like everybody else. All they do is get rid of me. You ain't shit. Fuck you, bitch. I don't even like you. I should whoop your ass. So enough was enough, and I decided to pull over at a local gas station and say, you know what? Get out my car. Daniel looked at me and said, I ain't get out no motherfucking where. I'll kick these fucking windows out. I'll beat your motherfucking ass. So I thought to myself, A, should I pull out my strap? B, should I fight this motherfucker in my car and fuck my car up? Or C, should I pretend to act like I'm calling the police so Daniel get out the car? Which was C. Daniel got a car and said, fuck you, bitch.
Oh.
So Daniel got out the car and I proceeded to drive home, blocking Daniel's phone forever and never to see Daniel ever again. And that was Damsel in Distress in Fayetteville. And that was our positive letter for today. Q, what do you feel about this letter?
Oh, such a tragedy. It's such a tragedy that you don't have a job and you're in my car talking shit. It's such a tragedy that we're at a restaurant and you don't have any money and you're talking shit to a person that says, hey, just wondering, is your order correct? Is there anything that I can do for you? Because when you go to restaurants, when you go to McDonald's, they don't give you that kind of service. But when you go to restaurants, they come over to you sometimes too soon, but they come over to you and they ask you those kind of questions. And I'm not a heavy drinker like I used to be. If you're nervous, I can understand that part. But a fireball, and you're swigging it like it's Listerine in your mouth. Oh my goodness, it's just sad. It's just sad that you're in my car talking shit and you don't have anything to do. You have no life. Clearly, you don't live by yourself. No COVID. People are saying, you are saying that your father just died, so I understand because my father passed away too, but I didn't treat people that kind of way. I think you did the correct thing by deleting, blocking Daniel forever. I think that Daniel is Daniel's one of those people, it seems like, because they're really attractive, that people with no backbone are just going to deal with them and put up with them because they're attractive. Mm-hmm. But attraction only lasts for so long. And Daniel, you're an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic, sweetie, with no money. You have no coin. You have no money, Miss Mamas. Miss Mamas, you ain't got no. Miss Mamas. Miss Mamas. You ain't got nothing. Miss Mamas, you ain't got nothing.
And I mean, and to me, this was a dangerous situation for this person, because again, what if it got violent in the car? What if something happened? What if they pulled out a knife? I mean, they can pull out alcohol. They could have pulled out a knife in this situation. You could have got hurt in that situation. But thank God it didn't happen. You did the right thing by pulling over to a well-lit gas station and dropping this individual off and pretending like you were on the phone with the cops. Because guess what? Sometimes Black folks scared of that 911 call. And I guess, Daniel couldn't help himself, because Daniel must have felt like, I'm hot shit. You're going to do whatever you want to do. And you're going to do what I say do. And do you think I'm a sugarcoating baby? And then call me a stuck-up bougie bitch? I'm all these, but wait, you in my car and I'm all of this?
Hello?
Because at the end of the day, you
what you
walking,
ain't
bitch,
gonna
not
do,
me. But
what you ain't gonna do is motherfucking
what you ain't
threaten
fitting
me
to do,
in
in the
my
words of Steve
motherfucking car.
Harvey, what you ain't fitting to do is,
Something else was brought up too, where they said, where Daniel said that he says, "You're just like the others. You always leave." I don't know you.
I don't know you. Anybody else on the sign up before I forget? If you would like us to read one of your positive letters, go ahead and send it. Click, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and just leave a message, and we will go ahead and read it and give you our points of views. But anybody who's doing any cyber dating, or whether kind of app you're on, Cats for Cats, FarmersMeet.com, Christian Mingles, whatever you decide you are into. Be careful, and keep it public. I know sometimes you want to get used, but keep it public, because nowadays these people, not only do they carry COVID, they carry other stuff too. So you want to be careful that you don't get yourself caught up in that situation. And I hope whoever the person is, a damsel in distress in Fayetteville, is doing much better now that that situation is over.
So I'm going to share a personal positive note story. There was a time in my life I had a very cute apartment. My apartment was there. Sometimes I think about I should go back to that apartment. Anyway, I'm sorry.
The one with the cute keys?
Yes.
Yes, I love that place. If you don't got cute keys to your apartment, I don't want to deal with you.
I remember I met somebody offline, and they came over to my house, and the vibe was great. Everything was boom, boom, boom. I go through these phases sometimes where either I want to sleep with you right away, or I don't want to sleep with you right away. And this person caught me on the phase where I didn't want to sleep with you right away. So, this person said, well, I'll say it in the story. This person came over and they was like, "I'm going to cook you some chicken parmesan." You know what killed me? Niggas always want to cook chicken parmesan. Everybody, motherfucker, that's the easiest goddamn meal to cook is chicken parmesan. Bitch, cook me some shit I can't motherfucking pronounce. Cook me some shit I ain't never had before. I don't want no motherfucking chicken parmesan. That's the easiest fucking meal to cook is chicken parmesan. You got motherfucking Fridays cooking chicken parmesan. That's how easy chicken parmesan
Pizza
is.
Hut.
Pizza Hut. Domino's. So this person came over. I didn't have the ingredients for chicken parmesan in my kitchen because I don't cook no motherfucking chicken parmesan. So we had to go over down to the Walmart, which was right by my house. And this person had...
Was that the last time you was ever at Walmart?
I was actually at Walmart the other day. I had to pick up some medicine for my mama.
Everybody who heard this live, Q has been at Walmart.
I just went to the pharmacy.
Walmart.
I'm a Target guy all day long. So we went down to the Walmart to get the stuff. We were in Walmart playing around. I had this big ass bottle of oil, and I dropped the oil, and the oil spilled everywhere, and I kept on walking. And and we went back to my place, and we cooked the food and this and that. Everything was going great. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm feeling the vibe. We chilling and this and that. So just imagine this being a big bottle of wine. What's that damn wine? Moscato. Picture this being Moscato.
Moscato or sangria?
Moscato. It was Moscato.
Okay.
And it was the big bottle.
Yeah.
So you see how much water is in here?
Mm-hmm.
That's how much this person had drunk down to as they were cooking this chicken parmesan. I didn't pay it any mind. I didn't think anything of it. Now, if you knew me back in 2016 to 2017, you know that I was very much about myself, about my friends, and about living my best life. And I had my own place. I had a good job. I still do actually have a very good job. My own car, had everything going. We were going on trips. We were doing it up. So I let this person come single life. So I let this person come over and everything was going good. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I mean, literally out of the
Not Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Out of the Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yes.
This person gets very irate. And I'm sitting like, what the fuck then just happened? So we get into this argument and this and that. And I'm like, oh, you could go. I got to put up with this. You could go. So this person was like, whatever, fuck it, blah, blah. So I lived in a white neighborhood and there was a sheriff who lived over top of me. So I was never scared. So this person leaves out and they're in this neighborhood yelling. So I'm in my entranceway. For those who have been to my house, I'm in my entranceway. This person is all the way in the parking lot and they're yelling at me as I'm in my entranceway, and I happen to be on the phone with Adrian Ford. And I'm like, hey, I feel bad because he's drunk. I don't think I should let him drive home because I don't want if he gets to an accident or something, I don't want that to fall on my conscience. So I was like, look, yo, just come back into the house, go to sleep on the couch. So he's like, well, I'm trying to sleep in the bed, blah, blah. I'm trying to do that. I'm like, no, you're going to sleep on the couch and I'm going to go in my bedroom, and my things were in my bedroom. Whenever I had somebody come to my house, my stuff was always in my bedroom because I don't trust these people. And I didn't live on a bus line.
You never lived on a bus line.
I never lived on a bus line.
Neither do I. In Oklahoma with Mr. Buck.
If you don't have a car.
In Oklahoma with Mr. Buck.
Because when I lived in North Dakota,
listen, living in North Carolina. Never mind.
So everything had calmed down. So I told Adrian, Adrian, I'll call you back. Everything seems to have calmed down. All of a sudden, this person wakes up and they're mad. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is the problem? Let me take a swig of water. Make sure my throat is clear.
Clear your throat. Now read that bitch.
This person comes up and they say to me, are you fucking happy I have anal cancer? So I say, bitch, what? Are you fucking happy I have anal cancer? See what the fuck you did? I said, bitch, what? I think it's time for you to go. I kindly escorted Miss Anal out, her anal cancer, out of my house. Watch her get in her 1964 Ford Chevy, and she managed to make her way on up the highway. The bitch let me know she was blocking me. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you got anal cancer from drinking wine and making chicken parmesan, and from sleeping on the couch. I don't live in a dirty house.
They have a crunchy bean orca fritters with mango, habanero, and hot sauce. This is really good. It's in this book called Afro Vegan. I'm actually going through this as we speak. They have chilled watermelon soup and quick pickled cucumbers with mint. That's some things that you can get into. The recipe is very simple. Just some large English cucumbers peeled with diced into like 1/4 pieces. Just a teaspoon of coarse sea salt, a little bit of a cup of rice, some water,
Why is your
raw
mask
cane
on?
sugar, teaspoon
Why
of
is your
black
mask on?
peppercorns,
Why is your
and a
mask on?
tablespoon of chopped
Why is your
fresh
mask
mince.
on?
These are the things
Why is your
that
mask on?
things that
Why
you
is your
can get
mask on?
through
Why is your
the
mask on? Why is your mask on? Why is your mask on? I keep a very clean house.
I have no comment.
You could actually
I
eat.
feel like I need to be protected.
You could have actually eaten off my floor. I have a very clean house.
But I need to be protected.
So I'm trying to figure out where between the Moscato and the chicken Parmesan did you get anal cancer? And what doctor during that time? I know my name is Quinn. I know people say Dr. Quinn medicine woman, but I'm not a doctor.
Well, John Hopkins said it.
I didn't live by John Hopkins.
Well, that's possible that that person with anal cancer went to.
So in the midst of that person driving home, they send me a text message and they say in the text message, "You're a bitch. I exposed myself to you." And you did.
Start all over again. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
This person says to me,
I'm also telling people, "You're a bitch. I exposed myself to you." Oh, I cannot wait to call somebody "you're a bitch." I exposed myself. Oh God!
Oh God!
Okay.
They said, "I'm a bitch. I exposed myself to you, and you took advantage of me. I will never fuck with you ever again in life. I'll deal with this on my own." And they blocked me.
Y'all, listen, I'm not laughing at people dealing with cancer because it is a serious situation. But oh, you're a bitch, and I exposed myself. Okay, I'm done. Okay, you know what? Okay.
Matter of fact, that's
Britney Spears with Britney Spears with Genie in a Bottle. We'll be right back.
That's the name of this episode. The name of this episode, ladies and gentlemen, it's called "I'm a bitch and I expose." You're a bitch and I expose myself to you.
Yes, this episode is fully called "You're a Bitch and I expose myself to you." Yes, yes.
So that's one of my stories I wanted to share with everybody, and I laugh. I actually still laugh to this day because to me, I just thought you just wanted to fuck, and I didn't want to fuck, and then how the fuck do you get anal cancer? Isn't it called prostate cancer?
No, it's anal cancer.
Oh, it's called anal cancer. Oh.
No COVID.
No, he got diagnosed at Grady. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So,
I'm done. I'm done. I have no words. I do thank everyone for listening to me. I'm Adrian Ford. I live in Oklahoma with Mr. Buck.
Who is Mr. Buck?
You know, but somebody gonna really think that I do live with Mr. Buck in Oklahoma. But they're like, "You're with a porn star." I'm like, "No, we're just roommates."
In a one bedroom.
In a one bedroom. And
no, in a studio.
A studio, and I'm off on Sundays.
Look, y'all, we've been doing this thing for almost an hour. We had 43 minutes. Let me tell y'all something. This is fun. Next week's this episode is called "I'm a Bitch." No, excuse me. This episode is called "You're a Bitch."
You're a bitch, and I expose
myself to you. Such a shame. Such a tragedy. Anyway,
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. This is the very first episode. Next week's episode is going to be called
We don't know.
I thought it was going to be called The Whole Years.
Yes, it is.
Next week's episode is called The Whole Years, and boy, do we have some whole stories for you. Anyway, everybody, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for who's
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. I want to say this really quickly. I just started this channel about 27 days ago or 28 days ago. I'm at 75 subscribers. I'm very excited. I'm almost at 9,000 views for all my videos. Like I told you all last night, this is a different part of my channel. I will see you all on Monday for Monday Night Raw. I'll see you all Friday for SmackDown. I might do something in the middle. I don't know because I got to work this week. And we'll see you all next weekend for episode 2 of Weekend Sessions. I hope you all enjoy it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm actually going to upload this to Facebook, so I can't wait to see that. I'm going to see if I can bring some people on next week. Hopefully, we'll see. But this has been fun. This is who we are. You can find Adrian. If you can find him, let me know.
MySpace.
On MySpace and Black Planet. And this has been fun. Peace.